With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 4 of 4.
Etc.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
That if we increase our power vegetable intake, we have very good impact in weight reduction, in type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and in maintaining our health.
Please stay with us to enjoy this illuminating Congress.
Even an idiot like myself can figure out that torturing, abusing, and then murdering a friendly animal, such as the pig, is maybe something that we should not participate in. I've lived the past years without the animals as food, and I am doing just fine. I feel great. Tommy Kane, vegan.
Today's program will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aulacese, also known as Vietnamese, Chinese, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Korean, Mongolian, Persian, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Thai, and Ukrainian or Uranian. Hayyak Allah. I just said, Allah bless you in Arabic. Loving viewers, my name is Noor. The amicable people of the United Arab Emirates support you on your quest for spiritual enlightenment. May Allah guide you on your journey through life. The United Arab Emirates, located along the Persian Gulf, is a nation that cohesively unites its 7 emirates, with residents originating from over 200 nationalities. The United Arab Emirates is a wonderfully diverse land. In the Emirate of Dubai stands the Burj Khalifa, a building whose 2,700-foot height makes it one of the tallest in the world, as well as the Dubai Miracle Garden with its exquisitely detailed flower arrangements. Masdar City in Abu Dhabi uses solar energy as the major power source and is the world's first carbon-free, zero-waste, and carless city. The United Arab Emirates is also supporting a trend toward organic and hydroponic growing to increase healthy food production while reducing water and power needs. There are now more than 50 organic farms in production, many of which offer educational tours to the public. Culturally, poetry is considered a top art form in the United Arab Emirates. One of the most famous modern-day Emirati poets is Usha bint Khalifa al-Suwaidi, also called Usha the Poet. Her poetry encouraged a revival of the style known as Nabati, a poetic tradition practiced by regional cultures for centuries. Many of Usha's poems have been popularized as songs and inspired the work of many younger female Emirati poets. In December 2010, the first ever Middle East Vegetarian Congress was held at the Dubai International Exhibition Center, with the public invited to engage in an interactive exploration of the plant-based lifestyle, organized by the Middle East Veg Group, or MEVEG, supported by the Middle East Natural and Organic Product Expo 2010, and endorsed by the Dubai Health Authority of the United Arab Emirates. The event provided 2 days of seminars, workshops, and video telecasts with experts from around the world, along with rejuvenating veg cuisine. In addition, Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was specially invited to speak via live video link on being a vegan and environmentally sustainable food choice, followed by a question and answer session with attendees, and the launch of the Arabic edition of the international best-selling book, The Birds in My Life, which was already sold out pre-launch. The Birds in My Life was printed by United Printing and Publishing, a subsidiary of Abu Dhabi Media Company, or ADMC, owned by the government of Abu Dhabi.
Be veg, go green to save the planet, yo!
We now invite you to join us for part 2 of the conference titled The First Middle East Vegetarian or MEVEG Congress, held in the city of Dubai in the United Arab Emirates on December 6, 2010, with Dr. Wafa Helmi Aish, Director of the Clinical Nutrition Department for the Dubai Health Authority, who explains the importance of following the recommended daily intakes of fruits and vegetables for optimal health.
Over to you, Wafa. Thank you. She's really a good talker. Very nice presenter. I'm gonna talk about the benefits of vegetables and fruits in our daily requirements. There's so many benefits, and I cannot list them in a very short time. Each veg or fruit has its own effect on our body. But in general, we can see that even protect us from reduce the risk of heart diseases, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and so many people, even the people who have hormone disturbance due to the phytochemicals which they consist, so many effects, so many benefits. Due to their fibers, due to their vitamins, due to their minerals, due to their role in our body. Do people eat enough fruits or vegetables? No. We don't have statistics in the Arab world, but we have statistics from Canada, UK, United States. 2/3 of people aged 12 years and older eat fruits and vegetables less than 5 times a day. The recommendation now even increased to 7 per day. We don't even reach 5. People does not take 2/3, which is quite a lot. So we don't have that statistics here. But why that people doesn't eat? There's so many reasons for that. Some of them, they said, we don't have time, lack of plan, it's costing a lot of time, of money, we don't have them in our home. My parents they didn't get us used to have the veg in our daily. It's too expensive, so many reasons. But in all these reasons, we have to know that most of the barriers can be overcome with a little bit of knowledge, a very good attitude, and a bit of planning. Now, when we talk about fruits and vegetables, what are the tips that help us to have fruits and vegetables? We always try to take them in compensation of high energy density. Due to what? Because they have fibers, and fibers, those vegetables are lower in calories. They have high fiber that can substitute the fruits and vegetables with higher density to help us to control our weight, to make our type 2 diabetes controlled better, because due to the fibers, the insulin resistance and the insulin works more and benefit. A little of knowledge about the serving sizes. Very important to know the goal that we need to have from 5 to 10 servings. It depends on the individual. age group, and how much they should take. And they should adjust this for one or more than one serving in fruits and take it a step to the right direction. When we talk about the servings, these are the servings. When we talk to people to educate them and to let them understand what we're talking about, when we talk about a medium-sized piece of vegetables or fruit, we tell them, you know, the tennis ball, it's equal to that tennis ball as the additions. We have to talk something that people understand. Not just to tell them, take one serving of vegetables without explaining that servings equals what. When I talk about 125 ml or half cup of, what kind of cup? It can be 240 and it can be 450. So I have to show them when I talk about 125 ml that it's like the computer mouse size. This is something visual they know about. When we talk about 250 ml or 1 cup of green salad, it's like the fist size. So something they know, something they can measure by their own hands. 50 ml of dried fruit, a golf ball. 120 ml of real fruit or vegetable juice, it's a small juice glass. This is how we tell them by the hand. When we talk about a fist, a thumb, a palm, a thumb tip, or a handful, we show them on reality how to measure their intake and their serving. Now, a good attitude, I said a knowledge, a little bit of knowledge, a good attitude. When we talk about a good attitude, we can have all the vegetables in our food. In UAE, the vegetables are endless, and all year we have them, whether veg or fruits. So we have a country which is rich of vegetables that can have the variety. And also, we have so many websites nowadays, we have so many cookbooks available, bookshops all over the year where you can have them even in a very good price. And we try to even manipulate with the recipes to go with the calorie intake for the people who want, whether type 1 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, or even obese. Little planning to save time, we can pre-cut them and frozen the vegetables and then take them when we are in a hurry. We can even take hand one or simple dessert as in the last. Now we have that fruits, we have yogurt with fruits. We have so many fast-taking desserts that can save time and at the same time give me my initial serving of vegetables. Also, if you can go on the go of the time, you can keep some dry fruits like dates, for example, or figs or peaches, which are very healthy, very rich in their nutrients, and really can be a very healthy snack. Also, a little bit of knowledge on the coast. Try to buy the vegetables on the season where they are, not on the season when it is very rare, because they will be very expensive. And again, in UAE, we have it in the market all the year. Try to buy it at the same time. We have also farms in Al Zaid, in Ras Al Khaimah, in Al Ain, where you can buy it from the farmers themselves in the price, which is not very expensive for you. Also, a day of life eating more vegetables, you can check these slides. What we can do, we can have a breakfast. We can start with a 100% fruit juice. We can take with us, we can add to it frozen berries, cherries, strawberries, and slice the fresh fruits to the series, add them and take them in a fast, easy, prepared to be taken, which doesn't take a lot of time. We can, about juice, first of all, I have to make sure that it's 100% fruit juice, not syrup, not when they talk about drinks or cocktails, because they're not always 100%. We have to read the labels, what's the ingredients, what is the content of that, to make sure that we are having our 100% with no additives or no sweeteners. In lunchtime, we can even, on our vegetables, we can have a small salad, we can have tomato dip with low-fat dessert. We can, even if we are eating out, include the vegetables in our salad instead of having French fries. We can increase them along of that to increase our intake of our vegetables. At dinner time as well, we can have the hummus. We can have as a dessert, as a dip. It's a very good one. We can have a cut of fruit such as mango, pears to the salad. As a dessert, we can have cucumber, carrots with a low-fat dip in a fast, healthy dinner time. For snacks, always we try to buy individual fruit cups, or we can keep the dried fruits in handy that it doesn't be affected with the heat. You can have them anytime, they can last for a long time, and easy to be accessed and easy to keep. Now, when I talked about low energy density, I said we have to compensate by vegetables because they are low energy density. Fat always increases the energy density of our food. When we have vegetables and fruits, they have water and they have fibers, and both of them increase the volume and reduce the energy. So it's a very good compensation for people who wants to control their type 2 diabetes, for people who wants to control their weight. And it is very important to include them in our daily content. And if whoever wants, the USDA website have all the information about this. Now, when I talk about vegetables, there's so many studies have been done on these vegetables and their importance. Jefferson's and their colleagues have so many research. I'm gonna just mention 5 of them where are fast and have a good impact as studies and proven. And my slides will be here. The content of the research and the studies are down. Whoever wants them, they can have them. The first one, it's a very good and important vegetables intake to control the weight for weight management people, and it has been proven out of 22 studies, 20 of them have proven if you increase the intake of vegetables by 14 grams of fibers a day, it has shown that people have reduced their weight, and people who have reduced their weight, they maintain their weight reduction. They didn't go back by just adjusting a little bit of their intake and increase the serving of fibers. The review of these intervention studies, many of them show the advice of reduce the energy intake. The first one is the multiple risk factor intervention trial. And this one, the participants were advised to reduce their fat intake and increase their consumption of fruits and vegetables. And it had shown that participants who have committed to this trial have shown that they have lost more weight when they increased their vegetables than others who were not on the same trial, who didn't do any increase in their vegetables intake. The second one was reduce calories, low fat, and high complex carbohydrate. This allowed unlimited fruit and vegetables for 6 months, this study, and 147 of the 1,213 adults who were in this weight loss program, during the 25 months of the follow-up, it shows that their weight loss was permanent. So we have a maintenance. And the problem that we are as dietitians, people follow the diet for a little bit of time, they reduce, and there's so many diets in the market that they can, the yo-yo diets, the African diet, the diets who have tremendous, dramatic change on body weight. They reduce and they go back up again, even double the weight reduction. But in this trial, the people who were really committed and who have taken the combination of reduced fat, taken high complex carbohydrate, increased their vegetable intake, have a permanent weight control on the 6 month, coming 6 months. In this one, there was another one which participants consumed a daily specific amount of fruits and vegetables, 15 to 20%, of the energy comes from fat, and after 1 year they examined these people, they found out that their BMI was controlled and dropped to the normal. The fourth one is the prevention trial. Participants who increased their intake of fruits and vegetables and decreased their fat intake lost a significant amount of fat within the first year, and they kept it standing. The last one is this one. The trial was cardiac patients who have changed their diet by lowering their fat intake, and they increased their consumption of food, have lost again a significant amount of weight, and their lipid profile was controlled very well, and it was excellent. And all these studies have been proven, and you can just log in and read about them. Now, what are those studies? Tell that if we increase our vegetable intake, we have very good impact in weight reduction, in type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and in maintaining our health. So, bottom line, what we should do? We should increase our vegetable. It's tasty, it's easy to access, it's not costly, and we have to remember the goal of eating more often and with more varieties, which we are having. These are my key references for today, and I hope you've benefited. I'm open for any. Thank you. This is an introductory for our keynotes. I hope you liked it, and if there's any question, you just let me know.
Yeah, it's okay to provoke or make war. The consequences are not much to you. Just collapsed economies, people dying in hundreds of thousands or millions, children starving to death, etc. But you are always safe and sound and getting richer because of that. Well, congratulations, because the door of hell is wide open, waiting to welcome you forever in the ready-made fire.
Luminous viewers, thank you for your presence today for the first Middle East Vegetarian or MEVEG Congress on Words of Wisdom. Please join us tomorrow for part 3 of this illuminating conference. Coming up next is Happiness is Where the Heart Is, a New Year celebration with Supreme Master Ching Hai Vegan, part 3 of 6, right after noteworthy news. In God's boundless love, may your days be filled with peace and happiness.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW。
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule 和 suprememastertv.com/WOW。